Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nextgen Parenting. And we are yet with another live session today. A very interesting topic and a very common challenges. One of the common challenges what parents have been facing right now. So this is all about sibling rivalry. We've been often getting queries about this particular topic. So we thought today we will be going live on this particular topic itself. So welcome all the viewers. I I would like to talk about sibling rivalry. Today we can see that sibling rivalry is not just confined to little children. Of course, little children have different reasons to fight and quarrel, and as the age grows, they have different reasons to fight. It could be children of smaller age groups are fighting for the reasons like maybe toys or maybe food, clothing, and so on. But the older children, when they grow, the reasons to fight and quarrel also change. So it could be for property or business or financial problems, or it could be family issues as well. So it keeps on changing. And something very common, may God protect all of us from this kind of challenges that we've been facing, and we need to instill that love and respect to each other. What happens, I just want to give you an insight of the reasons or why sibling rivalry is found in children. The very first thing that I have come across is that children are attention seekers, and they need attention and love from their parents, but they are not aware of that the siblings also need the same kind of love and affection. They feel that it is only me my parents should love. My parents should give that attention only to me and not to my brother or my sister. But they are not able to express it. Since they have a very weak vocabulary, they are not able to express it through words. They may have gestures, they may have non-verbal communications also by which they'll express their feelings. They may act like a lion sometimes, roaring or feeling very exaggerated, or sometimes, very I can say violent sometimes, and feeling anger within themselves. So this attention seeking is something which is very common in all of the human beings. I mean, the nature. It's a nature of human beings to seek attention, and the same thing is happening with children. When children are seeking attention, they feel that the parents' love is only mine, or they feel that it is only me. I should be getting all the love and attention from my parents. Another thing is about the age gap. If it is a very little age gap, maybe just 1 year difference they have, or have a very long age gap, there is high chances that they have sibling rivalry or quarreling with each other. Or sometimes unknowingly we start talking to children in a way, or we communicate in such a way that we are creating the gap between the relationship. For example, we speak to our children. Okay, when imagine the child is one is not able to perform really well, or one person or one child is not obeying you, what do you say? We usually come and say that when he can listen to me, or when he can understand, why can't you understand? Why are you behaving like this? Both are my children. When he can do it or when she can do it, why are you not doing this? So this kind of comparison, unknowingly, subconsciously, we are comparing our children with two, and trying to discriminate them with certain ways, and that is how it creates. So when we communicate, we have to be very, very honest and see that our words are choosy. It should be choosy, and we have to understand the impact when we use our words in front of our children. How are we using these words? If I use this, what is going to happen? When we encode the communication in our minds, we have to understand how it will impact the future of our children's life, what is going to happen in the future. Another instance is that when I have seen that when children are playing together, and by mistake, if the younger one gets hurt, we often try to blame the elder one, saying that why are you not able to understand, or why can't you take care of your sibling or your little brother or your little sister? You are older enough, you have some sense, why can't you go and see? Why can't you see that he is falling, or you could have you could have held him properly, or you could have saved him from falling? Now what happens is the child is unnecessarily blamed for no fault of his. Actually, he is also a child, he is not a grown up, and we tend to create a mindset that he is a mini adult, and we give that, we try to expect too much from this child, and we feel that okay, this particular child has to take care of his sibling when he's playing, and unnecessarily the child has that, he feels that feeling of animosity is built right then from, the same situation. And if it is often happening at home, then the child's animosity is also trying to build. It is going to really become a trivial situation at the end of the day, and the child feels that I should not have this little brother or little sister in my life at all. It happens because of our communication. And another fourth point is that, um, before the arrival, I have seen parents talking to their older child, that before the child is born, before the younger child is born, people come and say that, your mother doesn't need you anymore. She has got another child now. Or sometimes the parents also say, I don't need you anymore. It's just for fun, they say. But the child tries to imagine things in such a way. He tries to see, always remember that children are taking things not for granted. They visualize it in such a way, 3 to 4 times bigger than the actual image. And he feels abandoning him, in what ways he will be abandoned, or in what ways it will affect his life. He starts imagining things, and unnecessarily he is getting that trauma and that stress, which is going to hurt him, or it is going to have an impact in his life. It is having a bad impact, or it will create a kind of hindrance in his progress also. So we have to understand that children are very innocent, and children are also, they find it very easily, they are distracted from the true love and affection that parents are offering them. The words are creating a lot of impact in them. So how do we deal with this situation? How can we prepare ourselves to save our children from sibling rivalry? Now, those who do not have, I mean, if the child is not born yet, or those who have the first child and the second child is yet to born, or it is, or maybe you are on the verge of getting your second child, then all of you must try to give this particular, take this particular tips, that even before the child, prepare your older child physically, mentally, that he is going to be a brother or a sister, she is going to be a sister. So these things mentally they have to prepare. Let them, make them get the scenario, or create an environment at home, make them feel that they are welcoming the child. Don't start to create an environment of hatred or jealousy in the child's mind. The older child should feel something special, that he is going to be, or she is going to be, the elder brother or the elder sister. And at that moment, you are going to prioritize your older child more than your younger child. Another thing is, whenever you see that the child is playing with his toys or pillow or whatever, try to associate his toys with the younger child that is going to come. Make them feel that yes, now, you have to share your toys with somebody else. You have to share your toys with with your sister or your brother. You have to share this pillow, you have to share this blanket with somebody. Make them feel that yes, in a very short span, I have to share all my things with my brother or with my sister who is to come. Let them feel that okay, I am the person who is responsible to share all these things, and I have to do it. and there's nothing wrong in it. Another thing is, let the child feel special about himself and feel that priority, that he can choose the baby's things. Maybe if he wants to buy anything, toys or any kind of blanket or mattress or whatever for the children, for the younger child, if you want to give them, just ask your older child to choose which color do you want, or which what kind of toy you want for your baby brother, for your baby sister to have. So what happens is the child becomes curious. The child is seriously waiting for the younger brother or the sister to come. That arrival he will be, always waiting for. It is going to be an amazing situation at that time. So he will be always, waiting for his own brother or sister, and that love and bonding will be there between them. So it is going to have a lot of positive impact. And at the same time, let the child express what he feels. Sometimes what happens is the child is not able to, as I said, he's not able to express verbally what he feels whenever he is, depressed, or whenever he feels maybe a kind of jealousy feeling he has, or an anger. What he is really feeling, he's not able to express it. Right there, if we also do not allow the child to express his feelings, it will try to impact his life, the future years as well. It's not just for days, it will retain in the future years. And even after 4 to 5 years, or maybe even after 10 years, the child still feels that kind of jealousy and anger in him. So this is very, very important for us to understand. Whenever the child is feeling jealousy or he feels angry, let him openly express. Let him do it with the gestures. He can use his gestures sometimes, or non-verbal communication also will be done. But we as parents need to understand that this is the expression that he has, and we need to whenever he expresses, do not exaggerate it, or do not make him feel worse. Do not make the situation get worse. Try to console him, or try to tell him that okay, now you can calm down, and what else can be done. If you feel that, what are the things that we can do, as you're feeling this kind of you have that jealousy, or you're feeling angry about it, what can be done. We parents need to discuss about it with our spouse, and then move ahead, inshallah. Another point is that what I have noticed is that whenever a newborn child will be gifted with certain things, our relatives come and gift us with certain maybe toys or hampers, or gift hampers we will be getting as soon as we get a newborn baby. And I feel that the older child is getting abandoned at this time, and he feels lonely. But when we start to gift the older child as well, and make them feel that you are a special brother or you are a special sister now, he feels that he is also getting that priority. He is feeling that special moment in his mind. And he feels that it's because of this baby, or because of this brother or sister, I'm being nurtured. And he gets associated with that love and that bonding there. It is very important for us to create an environment of love and bonding in, when the child is, even before the child is born. Now there are many people, many parents who have already 2 to 3 children, and they are playing the role of a referee, I can say. Because when a newborn, the first baby is born, we become parents, but after that we become referees only, because we have to console each other. We have to stop, keep always getting into their quarrels, and try to mingle, or try to disrupt them, or try to solve their issues, and all these things are happening right now. So it is obvious that we become referees. But usually, what as parents we need to do, we have to understand certain things in a very uh, uh, deep understanding. We all have to have. The very first thing is that how, as parents, we deal with our siblings matter a lot. If I tell you that I speak about my siblings to my children, okay, I know about my brother, okay, he has been doing all these things for quite a long time, and I know his behavior, but your brother is not like that. Now, can you imagine the scenario? The child is not able to understand the difference. He feels the same. My brother is also the same. Your brother is also the same. You can do anything with your brother. Why can't I do anything with my brother? If this is the scene at home, children tend to quarrel more. You belittle your sibling, or you try to backbite or say something ill about your own siblings at home in front of your children, and you expect your children not to fight or not to quarrel, doesn't make any sense. So we as parents first need to have that role play. We have to play the role of a role model, showing our children to be very kind and honest, and how to respect our own siblings. We have to be the role model there. Another thing is, we have to have an umbrella of all the values together, showing empathy, love, uninterrupted time. All these things are given priority. It should be given that priority, because, see, sometimes children have different interests. Now, for example, my older son will be interested in reading books, or he is interested to listen to stories, and my younger one always wants me to play cricket with him, and both have both different interests, and we as parents need to give time for both of them, and each one should have different interests, and our timings also should be allotted in the same way. I should give my little time for reading books and telling them stories. At the same time, I should allot little time for playing cricket. This is mandatory, making them feel that both are in the same track, and I want both of them, and both are to be given equal importance. This is very, very important for a person, for a happy and healthy family. I'm sorry. Another thing is, don't get involved in very little fights or whatever when children are quarreling. Don't try to get involved in that. As I told you, it is a kind of mechanism to defend themselves. Make them feel that yes, I have to fight for myself. They are growing. Even when they fight, it is a part of growth. But when it is turning out violent, or when it is turning out to be a harassment to another child, then of course we have to interrupt. But otherwise, when it is a simple quarrel just for toys, need not need not interrupt in between. Let them handle those disputes themselves. It's a kind of self defensive mechanism that they are going to develop. So for each and every rivalry, you need not interrupt, or you need not go and tell anything in front of them. That is not needed. Another thing is, try to teach them how to respect each other, how to respect each other's emotions, and how to say no, or how to deny a person respectfully. So teach them. Ask them what else could have been done in this manner, or whatever you have spoken. What better ways could be done? What is a better way that you could communicate to your brother or your sister? How could you do this differently? Ask them. So they will learn to communicate. They will learn to use their words or vocabulary at that time. The child is able to understand what exactly I have to do when somebody is doing something wrong, or when I'm getting the situation, or somebody is harming me or trying to dissuade me from certain things. How can I solve this issue? So try to make them think, brainstorm, and make them realize that yes, I can do something. They are able to come up with some solutions themselves. Another thing is, let them enjoy differences. Whenever there are any differences, or whenever there is any dispute, let them enjoy it, and make them feel that yes, now there are two choices. Which one do you opt for? This particular thing, after now maybe the child, both are quarreling for the remote control. Imagine both are quarreling for the remote control, and both want to have two different programs or two different cartoons. And now we have to give them choices. Now you have two choices. What can you do in this particular? Now you, if you watch this particular cartoon at this time, I will be giving you time for another one. So which one do you opt for? Give them priorities, give them choices. So different choices will make them differently. They can think differently and they can act upon it. So it is very important for us to mature, get that matured, guidelines and give it to them. So this is very important for us to understand it. So the last point that I want to tell you is that stop comparing between children, because comparison is something that is creating a lot of issues in children's physical, mental, and intellectual growth. And when we compare our children, especially, we are not comparing it consciously, of course, but subconsciously our words are trying to bring that impact and making them feel that I am being compared with my brother or with my sister. And this is going to create a lot of problems, or it is going to hurdle somebody's children's growth. So it is very important for us to understand that these are some of the points we all have to take care about and move ahead in life without having any complications in life. Children have sibling rivalry, or that kind of animosity will be there for quite a long time, but it should not proceed after maybe 10 to 12 years of age. It should not go beyond that. See that they develop a kind of love, bonding, and empathy towards each other and respect towards each other. This is very important. So we as parents need to work upon all these things. And next gen parenting has been always hand holding parents in all these issues, and we have been helping a lot of parents out there through our workshops. And if you have any queries regarding this, you can click on the link below, and you can comment here, or you can even uh, in the description box we already have the social media handles. You can follow us there and ask all your queries there, inshallah. So we are going to help you out at our level best and make you feel at ease, and make your parenting journey also a relaxing and smooth going. So I thank all the viewers for joining me today, and I hope you will be joining all our social media handles as well and get connected with us. You have anything to ask, you can post your questions here. We are free to answer anything you can ask. Okay, so with this, I'm going to wind up the session. Inshallah, thank you, one and all. Thank you, Hafsa. Thank you for joining the session today, and may Allah bless all of you and make your parenting journey easy and wonderful. Thank you.